Hi guys, how's everyone doing? Here is episode 23 of Love Island. The new twin bombshells are in, and the exes are in, and honestly we're not even in a triangle, we're just in a freaking confusing odd shape now. So here's a quick recap of who's coupled up with whom for those who missed it. Mitch is coupled up with Stella, and Callum is coupled up with Tina. And the two new bombshells are currently single but are bonding with one another. He was into Stella.
Stella's definitely high energy, she's ticking a few boxes for sure.
And Mads is into Callum, but also kind of into Mitch. Okay, now that that's out of the way, here's what happened in the episode tonight. Mitch and Mads are casually chatting about how awkward it was for Hugh to see Mads and other boys kiss, including Mitch. So they casually chat about that. Hugh passes by and confirms that it is an awkward scene to be involved in. And then Mitch, as a joke, just says like, oh, should we just kiss again for the banters?
Put your hands to yourself.
Should we kiss in front of him?
Should we? He hated that. He hated it.
And so, as a banter they do kiss. As a joke kind of, but yes, still some physical thing happening there. Tina and Callum are also casually chatting about being coupled up together, and this and that, and they are actually getting along quite well, to be fair. And they could get along, to be fair, and then at some point Callum says something around the lines of a kiss and a challenge. Some one-liner basically that is like, hinting at wanting a kiss but not directly saying it. And then they also kiss. And every viewer goes woo, oh my god. Love it. The sexual tension between Mitch and Tina, but also both of them trying it out between other people. Love it.
That was our first kiss and it wasn't memorable.
Wasn't it?
No.
Is this your, bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mitch goes on and talks to Tina and just says like, oh, just so you know, that he kissed Mads but it was as a joke. And then Tina is just like, yes, whatever, but she also said that she kissed Callum, as a for your info. And then Mitch is annoyed. Annoyed, like, he's actually pissed off and he feels like he is being mugged off. Which is really interesting because they are not together, right? But he still feels like he is actually annoyed. But if you're not together, you technically have no loyalty towards one another. But given their long, very long history, it's just interesting to see that he still felt like he was being mugged off. And we feel as if it was to be any other person, we would be like, no, you don't have a right to be annoyed, technically. You're not even together. But because it's them too, because we can actually see them being attracted together consistently, it actually feels good to see that he is voicing out his emotions. Which shows that he cares, you know. Everyone is confused, like Stella was sort of into Mitch but then he seems like he has unfinished business, and then Mads is also like not sure about what's happening between her and Mitch, but she's getting to know Callum at the same time. And honestly Callum and Mads are actually getting along real well as well. But Callum is kind of into Tina. This bit we liked, because Callum essentially on the next morning, just goes to Tina to be like, hey, you need to sort your stuff out with Mitch. And he's not going to pull her for a chat because otherwise it would be like mugging himself off, and putting all his eggs in Tina's basket when he isn't even sure of where she has her eggs in. So he just says that like he will be there if she wants to chat to him, but otherwise he'll not intentionally basically put an effort in this situationship. Which is very fair enough, and a bit like a protection to himself, which we have to respect. Like if you get too vulnerable, you put yourself up to be hurt, so no thank you. Tina and Mitch have a chat about how they don't know whether or not they want to be together.
I feel like I'm running this way, you're running that way, but there's a rope pulling us both back together. I'm not going to deny there's obviously something there.
But then, they actually kiss, and it's like there was electricity in the air. Like they were the only one together and no one could stop them. Like what real love is, you know. We stopped to cry there.
I'm not gonna give you a kiss, I don't.
Because we couldn't take it, really. And then so they kissed. And then, they kissed again, and again, like they kissed lots. And then they just essentially decided that they would be together, or at least give it a try. And honestly, it feels as if it was meant to be between them two. And so now, we were just thinking, who do you guys think will win Love Island? We feel as if they are really meant to be together, but we are rooting for Clauston to win. Our faves this year. Sorry we were out of context again, so back to the main story. Tina and Mitch kiss, and they essentially let Callum and Mads know that they will be pursuing things with one another.
Are you breaking up with me?
Huh?
I'm getting really upset.
Don't be like that.
No, I'm joking.
So now no one is in a triangle, or in whatever share you want to think about. Everyone is just in a simple line. A two-dot line. In a bit of a recoupling situation, the two twins decide who they want their twin to couple up with.
So the boy I'd like Mads to couple up with is...
Mads couples up with Callum. Hugh couples up with Stella. And then, the superfans decided who they wanted to keep and who they wanted to stay. Phoebe 2.0, Jordan and Mitchell were in the lowest 3 scorers, so they could have left. But, in the end, Phoebe 2.0 leaves. So she left, did her goodbyes and all of that, but rather shockingly we'd say. Jordan actually stayed. He actually stayed in the villa when there's only a few days left in the villa. Which was like, to be honest, not super surprising.
And I've told you that when I get out of here, we're going to pursue things. Isn't that like what you want to hear? I've told you how I feel. And that's how I feel.
We didn't think that he would leave with her, but we thought that if it was the other way round, then Phoebe 2.0 would have left with him. So, don't really know what to think about it, but Phoebe 2.0 said it herself. She said at the end like, she doesn't know where she stands in the connection anymore, because after all it's Love Island. Like come on, if you have found what you are looking for, then you wouldn't need to stay. But oh well. That's that. There you go, that was a little recap from episode 23. We hope you liked it. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up please, it really helps the channel. Also, they announced that the twins were actually going to be the last new Islanders to come in. So no Casa Amore this year. Just thought we would put it out there for all of you guys waiting patiently for more. Thank you all, and see you in the next one.